Big game on Sunday for the AFC Championship, with some calling it must-see TV. I would agree. It's Patrick Mahomes versus Lamar Jackson as the Chiefs visit the Ravens. For Mahomes, it's another chance for him to return to another Super Bowl. But is the Kansas City quarterback underappreciated? Let's discuss that and more. We're going to do it with a columnist for CBS Sports Radio, Jack Stern, who joins us. Jack, how's it going? Ready for this AFC Championship game?
Oh, I've been ready for weeks at this point. I am counting down the hours now. It's 24 hours, but who's counting? It doesn't really matter, right?
Gave the number, and it's like, who's counting? You are, Jack. You are. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. Jack, Mahomes, he's playing in his sixth straight AFC Championship game. When you look at quarterbacks around the league and compare him, Mahomes, to his peers, is Mahomes at the point of his career where he's in a class of his own?
He's absolutely in a class of his own, especially after Tom Brady retired. It's amazing how he's ascended from being a little-known quarterback at Texas Tech. Obviously, he put up big numbers, but in his class specifically, Mitchell Trubisky and Deshaun Watson were viewed as the better prospects, to now being one of the best quarterbacks in the league. The reason I say that he's a step above everyone else is because of the rings. He has 2 championships already. He's consistently one of the best guys in the league, even when he's having a so-called quote-unquote down year, and nobody has been able to get up to his level. Now, if Lamar Jackson wins a Super Bowl this year, I think we can start to make the comparisons there. And a lot of people thought that Joe Burrow was going to reach that level by this point in his career as well, but they just haven't been able to get over the hump, and it's important. The proof is in the pudding, and right now, no other quarterback is really performing in a stratosphere that's similar to Mahomes.
Yeah, it's hard to argue that Mahomes is not in a league of his own in terms of being compared to other quarterbacks. And some folks have already started comparing Mahomes to Tom Brady, which some people consider the GOAT in terms of quarterbacks. With Mahomes going for his 3rd Super Bowl title at 28, are those comparisons fair?
I absolutely think those comparisons are fair. You also have to remember that consistently, Mahomes has faced much better competition all around the AFC, with Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, now Tua Tagovailoa being put in that category as well. So he has to fend off some pretty good quarterbacks, and he's able to do that really well. Tom Brady, when he was playing, he only really had to overtake Peyton Manning on a yearly basis. There were no other teams that were really that good. I know that they lost that one year in the AFC Championship game to the Jets and Mark Sanchez. That was more about the defense pulling the wagon. So I would absolutely say that Mahomes is on the same level as Brady. I'm ready to say that he's better than Brady if he wins 2 more rings. I don't see him getting to 7 rings, not because he's not capable of it, but because I think when he gets into his 30s, he's going to want to walk away from the game a little bit earlier than Brady did. But I think that these are going to go down as 2 of the best quarterbacks in NFL history when it's all said and done. Mahomes is probably there already.
All right, got pretty lofty praise there for Mahomes, but he's got the numbers thus far in his resume to back that up. Now, if Mahomes wins a 3rd Super Bowl title this year, Jack, how much do you think that will enhance his legacy and current standing in the sport of football?
Well, to be completely honest, I don't know how much it's going to help him short term, because we've gotten a little bit used to Patrick Mahomes winning championships at this point in time. We've gotten a little bit greedy. What it will do is it will say, okay, he's the first person since Tom Brady to win back-to-back Super Bowls. That's something that almost never happens. There's a reason that it's been 2 decades since that took place with Brady in New England. So we can start to check some of the boxes that I think are really important to check, right? People are saying that, oh, he hasn't done it in back-to-back seasons. It's taken him a couple years to win another one. No, now we can say he won it back-to-back years. He's won it 3 seasons since he started playing. He's played in the AFC Championship game every year. Oh, and by the way, he hasn't even turned 28 years old yet. So that would be a huge accomplishment for him. And similar to Nick Saban in Alabama, who made the college football playoff despite not being at the top of his game, it would show that he has just a level of talent that's a little more unique than everyone else, right? Even when you take away a lot of his playmakers, including Tyreek Hill, some of the offensive linemen as well, he's still able to lift up everyone around him. And I think that's an attribute which is very similar in a lot of ways to Tom Brady. Remember what he did with Julian Edelman, Danny Amendola, some of the tight ends he played with as well. He was always really good at finding ways to play to everyone's strengths and get the most out of him. And I think that that's something that Mahomes is fantastic at as well.
I think he's shown that. We saw that last year with the run to the Super Bowl and winning it all, and even this year just getting to an AFC Championship game, which I think many people might consider the weakest of the Chiefs teams, at least offensively, that Mahomes has played on. So another impressive performance by Mahomes in these NFL playoffs. Jack Stern, columnist for CBS Sports Radio, he is ready for Championship Sunday, where we will see the Chiefs visit the Ravens. Should be a good one. Enjoy the game, Jack. We will talk soon.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm also starting to think about what Taylor Swift would look like at the Super Bowl. I'm not a Swiftie. I'm not even into the whole Swift mania thing. But Taylor Swift, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce at the Super Bowl. Just imagine what that would look like. Just imagine what the numbers would look like. It's something that I'm keeping in mind as I watch both games this weekend.
I have imagined it. I think some people want it. I'm not sure everybody wants it. But that's what makes this all interesting. Thanks, Jack. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Dexter.
No problem.